Hello everyone, this is Rizwan from Rizz and today I'm working on the distance tracking app screen design. So guys, let's start. So I'm open Android Studio and click on the create new Flutter project and give the name of that project for distance tracking app and remove the unnecessary stuff which is not required in our application. So remove this one and change the title with the name of distance tracking. Okay, and I will create one more file with the name of distance tracking screen. So I give the name distance tracking screen. Okay, so I set this screens here in my home, and now we will work on this screen. So first of all, we need to decorate the container. Actually, we want some gradient effect on that container. So container is a special widget to contain a lots of children's widgets. That's why we will use a container. And now I will set the gradients, and here I'm using a linear gradients, and it contains the begins and colors effect. So in the begin we will set the starting points of the colors. So here I set the alignment of top center, and in the end I set the alignment of bottom center. Okay, and give the two colors here, so that's work. It looks like gradients. So the gradients effects here. So guys, after that we need a child. So I'm create a scaffold and give the app bar. I don't need this one. Actually, I want to give the effect. The opportunity effect means I want to give some eyes here, but it's not necessary. Let me change. So we will set the leading with the icons, and set the icon button, back arrow back button, with the color of white. I will set the color white color. Okay, and then we need to set the background color. It should be transparent. Background color should be transparent, and then we also need to elevation 0, and let's remove that. And scaffold background color should be transparent, so that show the effect. Okay, now we will set the title. We will set the titles. Distance, it contains a text field, it contains visit, so we will set the text distance, and after that we need to action button. Here we need to more action button. So I create icon with a grid icon. Okay, and we'll set the color white. So this is one grid view. So we will set the size 25 and 30. It should 30, and color is already white, and we'll set some size box from with size, and 10, so that its icon looks like the leading icon. Okay, now we will set the body, and it's a container. So actually it's container, so many containers. So I set a column with columns contain so many childs. So column and children should be container. I will create a 3 container here with the decorations effect. So decorations, and border radius should be 12, and height should be 400. Okay, and now we'll set the color should be like already inside. Actually the color is inside the decorations. Okay, fine, and we'll give some padding on that. Let me change some border, and then now we'll set some padding here. Okay, Now we will set this container, and copy this container 3 times, paste 3 times here, and we'll give some size box height here, and should be 100, and after that we set one more container, same container with a 200 height, copy and then paste. Okay, and give some, let's look, we need to change some, should be 350. Now we will give some height, like it should be at 80, and we'll set bottom container should be 180. Okay, now give some, we'll set yeah. Should that look better, that we will set two colors in the gradients, and after we set 150 and set 100. Okay, that's look fine. Now we will work in the first container and create this child, and it should contain more visits. So we'll set column, and we'll set in this column one row that contain 4 visits. So here first we will set text here, and set main axis alignment should be center, and center on here, actually it's, and we'll set style, should be color should be white, and fonts, and we'll set some font size, and paste this 4 times, and we'll change the text week, month, and okay, and this should be space around, and we'll set some padding, we'll give some space in the above of the row. So we'll set the size box, and we give a height 10 off, and set it. Now it's look fine. After that we'll set some symmetric padding, so that its row will be looking better. In the symmetric, both sides will be increase and decrease for the as per we give the value. Okay, now we'll set we will actually here I'm using a Flutter Flutter Chart, so I want to show some tracking effect on the screen, so I use a Flutter Chart, and I will copy the required file of the GitHub, and we'll use that file in our project. Okay, mostly there are so many plugins available in the PubDev, so we will definitely use that plugins in our project, and we'll customize that plugins as per our requirements. So I'm using here the linear Flutter Chart, linear charts samples. You will get it on the GitHub, and I will upload my code on my GitHub account. Okay, so I said there it's working so really good. But I want to give some customization on this screen. So side give some padding here, and we'll set some text here, like here should range video on that region to July. Okay, 30 July. Today 30 July. Okay, so give some height and then also set some the bottom. After that, actually we don't, so we work inside line charts samples. Okay, so we'll customize this samples code. First of all, I want to do this March, June, September with my there are two linear chart. Well, first of all, we need to remove the colors so that it looks better. Gradient effects. I removed the gradient effect from my frame and will change the bottom text. Right, and change. So we'll change this value with our requirement and change this. This is the static data. We will change. We can change this data by using a view model, and whenever we work on the visual application. This is actually a realistic application, but as per the challenge requirement, I do these things. But if we will work on the real world application, we need the view models, screens, and view models connect to the actual screens and give. So here we don't. Let me check. Right and left. We just use this predefined library. We don't need this. I will remove this and actually PubDev has a lots of predefined plugins, and we can use that plugins as per our requirements. So we mostly customize the plugins. Look fine. And now I want to do left right. Okay. Mostly we use a predefined library which is already given in the PubDev. If we got some issue with the PubDev library, so in such case we need to fix that plugins. Okay, and there are so many plugins we can use. So let's look better now. It should be left. Fine. Okay, and let me check. Should we go? And we'll remove this extra line so that it's look better. And after that, this is another chart, average data chart. We'll remove this 50 and this will 40 and remove this. And now it's look fine. After we will use this very boolean value in from our screen, so we get the fact initial value should be false, and remove this. No, remove this. It's not working because in a state we should use a visit dot in the screen. Okay, so I already set everything. Now we will here set value true, and here I forget one curly braces false, give true. Okay, now we'll set this true false value, this boolean value on the grid button. First of all, some decrease the font size, and also decrease the height, size box of the height. And here I'll set the kilometer, and 42. Some padding. Like, actually, I will set the size with the height, size box in the bottom, in the below. Fine. Now size should be less. Just look fine. 12. Minimum 60% screen has been completed. Now we will work on the second container. Here I am going to set the value of that boolean so that we can get the effect of the chart on tab. So I need to actually create a stateful visits so that we can get a state. Initial value should be false, and this is not working because we need to set the state, and we need to create a state. Now set the state on the tab button. Yeah. So give some set states and set the value, and it will work. So remove the gesture inkwell replace the inkwell from the gesture because it shows some background effects. I don't like that. So we will work on the second container. Here we'll set row, actually column, and the column will set actually here total distance cover should be row, and container column with the 2 child. Now let's look at distance, total distance, and here will be the value. Okay, and main axis alignment should be center, space around should be, and here first of all style color should be white, and the same color should be white on the bottom. Next text, and font size should be increased, should be 20. Fine. Now man axis alignment start. Actually cross axis alignment should be start, so it's look fine. Remove this one and copy the copy the all row, not line, center. Okay, fine. Now copy this column and paste again, and it should be space around, and change the cover. Every distance should be 2.37 kilometer. Okay. Now second container is done. Now the third container, we will work with the third container. Fine. So here we want line with gradient effect. So first I want to change this kilometer, km to kilometer, 5 kilometer, 3 kilometer and 1 kilometer, so it look better. And in the grid in the same another chart, this one. And 1 kilometer. Okay, fine. Now we'll work with the third container. So here we need a text. First create a child column and the container text value, distance, breakdown, and after that we need row which contain two child, which contain actually 4 child, and copy paste. Space around, and here we will give some padding. Fine. Now we'll set value. This value is a static value, and I already told you, if we are working on a real live application, in that case we set the value by using a view model that accesses the value from the database, and actually that pattern called MVV model view model pattern. In such case we use use case view models, and actually screen is connected with the view model, and view model connected with this use case, and that use case give our all the business logics to our application, so that we can perform any task and perform any manipulation. Here we will use a container because we want a gradient effect on the screen, so we don't need a divider. Let me check something, and we will remove this. So I don't need actually divider. So here I create a container with the height of 50 and width should be 60%. So I set media query dot of context dot size. This is actually give our complete size of the screen. So here I set a width size should be 50%. So I set the container art, and now I will set decoration effect, some gradient effect. So I set decorations box decoration containing gradients, and color will take color from the we'll take color from the charts, so set that color. Don't need a constant value, so remove the constants and we'll use that, and we'll give some border radius should be like 10, and so that we can get the gradient effect with the border. And that we will need this in this line in 3 lines, so we'll give some size here, size function, and width size should be 5, and one more here. We need to change some value so that we can get a flexible design, and we'll set max space around, max is a space around, it should be space around, so give some width height and should be 4, and second remove the size width size box value, and we'll set 2.5 2.560 and 2.0 stroke matter. So guys, the complete applications designs has now already been done, and I hope you are enjoying my video. So subscribe my channels and stay with me.